years of imagination, a time to dream of being the best. For Raymond Bourque, those dreams took root in the chill of the early morning hours on the hockey rinks of Quebec. In 1988, Ray Bourque changed his number, won a second Norris Trophy, and with talent and character, led his team, the Boston Bruins, to exhilarating heights. This is their story. Teams mirror their coach's personality. No coach anywhere has more desire or determination than Terry O'Reilly.
Let him finish off the check, boys. Right across. That's it. Go, Willie, go. Let's go. 3 forwards. Come on, Terry, let it go. Dig down, boys. Dig down. Miller time.
O'Reilly knows well the importance of performance during the Stanley Cup playoffs. The moment for his team to produce arrives on April 6, 1988. Boston Garden provides the setting, the Buffalo Sabres the opposition, and the Bruins defense the offensive power. The Bruins Blue Liners score 4 goals in the opener. Final is 7-2. Game 2, the gallery gods find a new favorite.
Myers kicked out, rebound, Neely.
The intense rivalry explodes as Jay Miller pounds home a message. Foligno's goal brings the Sabres back. Shortly thereafter, Glenn Wesley puts the game away. Memorial Auditorium, home of the Sabres and their unruly fans. The reception on the ice wasn't much better than the one in the stands. This was one of 4 goals by John Tucker. Coach Ted Saters looking to even the series at 2 games apiece. This brilliant defensive play by Glenn Wesley is negated by the referee's whistle, setting up the Sabre power play and the red-hot Tucker. The series stands tied at 2. Back in Boston, Coach John Cuniff exhorts his team.
Boys, keep going.
They respond.
Flicks it in and Lemon, a beauty to kick it out with the right cast. Bruins get it away. Middleton trying to break on Housley. Middleton going. Middleton scores! Rick Middleton got away from Housley and beat Pumba on the backhand.
Game 6 brings an end to the Sabre season. Bob Sweeney puts one on the board early. How about this play by Randy Burridge, setting up Willie Plett? Andy Moog registers his 24th playoff victory, number 1 as a Bruin. Now, the team can set its sights north. Memories of the past, the Forum, Montreal, Quebec. Reggie Lemelin is pitted against former Conn Smythe Award winner Patrick Roy. A blackout in the province of Quebec knocks out television coverage and the sight of Montreal taking the opener. The story would be different in Game 2. Reggie Lemelin would be immense. The Moldamay, Lyndon Byers, Bob Sweeney connection registers the game's first score. Six-foot, 4-inch, 220-pound Willie Flett creates havoc in front of the opposing goalie. In the third period, Mo LeMay would add a goal to his assist.
LeMay fires and a score! Mo LeMay!
The Adams Division Finals, Game 3 at the Boston Garden. This is one of the city's toughest tickets.
All seats are upstairs.
Reggie Lemelin picks up where he left off. The Bruins' offensive juggernaut is heard from. Game 4, Reggie Lemelin and Rick Middleton would not be denied. A return to Montreal and an opportunity to end years of frustration. Montreal native Steve Kasper leads the way.
Kasper from Burridge to make it 1-0 Boston.
Right winger Cam Neely excels on this night.
In front, scores! Cam Neely waking in on the left wing, wheeled in front.
Steve Kasper is inspired before his hometown fans.
Kasper in, scores! Kasper set up by Burridge to make it 3-0. His second goal of the night, a brilliant rush.
Cam Neely slams the door.
Gets it again, he's in, he scores! Cam Neely from Bob Sweeney makes it 4-1.
A very big victory belongs to the Bruins.
Hey, what a feeling. We did it finally. Hey, you gotta smile. If you can't smile now, you're never gonna smile, okay?
Over 1,000 fans jam Logan Airport to welcome the team home from Montreal. The next morning, Bruins fans jam Causeway Street in search of tickets.
5 years of Bruin dominance.
It always does it, yeah.
Former Bruin Jim Schoenfeld leads the New Jersey Devils into Boston and surprises many with his starting goalie, Bob Sauvé. The Bruins offense remains in high gear.
By Neely for Janney. Score! Janney got the loose puck from Neely.
New Jersey's Tom Curvers brings the Devils back. Keith Crowder and Ray Bourque team up to put the Bruins ahead.
Ray Bourque, the follow-up. The rebound of a Crowder shot.
Bob Sweeney moves in on Sauvé as Ken Linsman finishes off the play, giving Boston a one-game advantage. Rookie phenom Sean Burke gets the call for Game 2, facing Reggie Lemelin. With the Bruins down by 1 in the third period, Bob Joyce ties the game at 2. The overtime brings disappointment.
And the drive by Brown scores! Doug Brown scores! New Jersey wins it!
In the shadow of the Manhattan skyline across the river in New Jersey stands the Brendan Byrne Arena. The Devils have raised their first ever pennant. Ray Bork and Steve Casper set up Lyndon Byers.
The puck got through to me, and I got it, and it got on my stick, and then 100 moves went through my head. You know, a guy like myself doesn't get those kind of chances very often. And, you know, we just talked about going upstairs, and I said, okay, just go upstairs. If it goes in, it does. If it doesn't, well, it was a nice try, and it went in.
Gord Kluzak's drive is tipped in by Bob Joyce. Schoenfeld pulls Burke in favor of Sauvé. Lemelin continues to backbone the Bruins.
Save on Verbeek. Oh, what a stop by Lemelin. Here comes a 3-on-2. Linsman over the line. Now for Crowder. Crowder in front. Save on score! Ken Linsman. Linsman put it in.
Game 4.
Jim Schoenfeld is suspended for tonight's game, and the investigation is ongoing, and we'll probably have further word tomorrow.
At this hour, they have no clue as to who's going to coach their team tonight. The league made this announcement about 10 or 15 minutes ago in a 2-page press release citing the fact that Schoenfeld intercepted Koharski.
The face-off is delayed for over an hour as the referee Dave Newell and his linesmen leave Byrne Arena to protest Jim Schoenfeld's appearance behind the bench. Replacement officials from amateur hockey are recruited to handle the action. Schoenfeld is behind the bench. Burke is in goal. The officials do the best they can. The Devils are electrified.
We knew why we were sitting in here, why we weren't going out until Shoney was behind the bench, you know, we took that as a positive thing.
The Garden Skyboxes are host to suspended coach Schoenfeld for Game 5. President and GM Lou Lamoriello is behind the bench. Back to New Jersey. Outside, Devils fans look beyond the Bruins. Inside, they are frenzied.
Johnson coming, but gets a shot and scores. Johnson fired in a screen and tied up the game with 4:20 left in the first period.
1980 Olympic gold medalist Mark Johnson makes sure his Devils return to Boston for one game. winner take all. Game 7. One team continues, one team goes home.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to historic Boston Garden.
Hi, everybody, and good evening to you. I'm Bob Wilson, Johnny Busick, alongside. We're at Boston Garden.
Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs, et bienvenue à la soirée du hockey qui, ce soir, vous parvient en direct du Garden.
For Beak, they go in front, save, and the
Ray Bourque's slap shot is deflected by Craig Janney for the score. O'Reilly decides to put Ray Bourque in for the faceoff. The move pays off with this Rick Middleton goal. Kurt Muller scores. The Devils trail by 1.
3-2 Boston. Steal by Janney. Janney in. Craig Janney stole from Danico. Went in. Face first. And made it 4-2.
What a heads-up play by that young man.
The Bruins win the Wales Conference as they salute Reggie Ledman. Oh, they really surround him.
With the series in the record books, old friends can become friends once again. The Bruins and their fans have a moment of elation, a moment that they can forever remember. The Prince of Wales Trophy has returned to Boston.
Start, baby. All the way.
As the fans hit Causeway Street, traffic comes to a standstill. For a team with such high standards, high expectations, and a thirst for victory, the 1988 Stanley Cup Finals were a disappointment. Bruins rookies excelled in this series, a series that many veterans never even reached. As fans left the darkened Boston Garden, they knew Terry O'Reilly's Bruins are a team with pride. Pride to defend their Prince of Wales championship in 1989. And yes, O'Reilly's Bruins are a team of character. The character to reach beyond, to reach again for hockey's cherished Stanley Cup. The opening of training camp, September 9th, 1988. This is where the quest for the 1989 Stanley Cup begins. Let's look at many of the players returning for the new season. All-star right winger Cam Neely.
Another 2-on-1 for Boston. Bork coming with Kluzak to defense. Bork himself scores! Ray Bork faked everybody, including Barrasso, for a shorthanded goal.
Two-time Norris Trophy winner and captain Ray Bork enters his 10th season with the Bruins. A night which shall be talked about for as long as hockey is played was Phil Esposito night. Before Bruins of years gone by and a jam-packed Boston Garden, Raymond Bork showed the class and character which are so much a part of him. Ray Bork, the captain of the Bruins, will make a presentation. What you see is what Ray Bork will wear from now on. Ray Bork is going to wear 77 as number 7 is retired.
Where's your jersey back, Bill? It's all yours.
Phil Esposito's number may hang in the Garden rafters, but the Bruins have an abundance of talent at center. Veteran Ken Linsman is looking to add a second Stanley Cup ring to his collection. Steve Casper epitomizes the term hard work. Bob Sweeney, the Iron Man, played in all of the Bruins' 103 games last season. South Boston native Billy O'Dwyer. Former U.S. Olympian Craig Janney will be a leading candidate for the NHL's Rookie of the Year award.
Gets it to Janney, across, score to Joyce. Janney set him up with a beautiful pass in front.
Former Canadian Olympian Bob Joyce is another front-runner for the Rookie Award. Natick native Jay Miller. Lyndon Byers returns ready to play the hitting game. Hustling Randy Burridge out of Fort Erie, Ontario, promises to be a fan favorite again this season. Keith Crowder is back for his 9th season with the Bruins. Glenn Wesley, a top draft choice, proved himself as a rookie. Michael Delvin, a native of Stockholm, one of the league's most consistent defensemen. Gord Kluzak, 6'4", 215 pounds of determination on defense. The last line of defense, goaltending. The Boston Bruins goalies rank with the best. Andy Moog. Reggie Lemelin. Not be returning is winger Rick Middleton. For 12 years, Nifty brought style, grace, and great talent to the Bruins. Rick Middleton is now a part of the Boston Bruins legends and tradition. A tradition which renews itself for the 64th time this season.
Steal by Jenny. Jenny in. Ray Jenny stole from Denico. Went in. Faith Burke. And made it 4-2.
What a heads-up play by that young man. Greg Jenny, his hockey glove is.
Goes to Linsman. Linsman clears it and heads for the net.